my name is Sophie, also known as Chief Queef. Welcome back to another one of my fun little silly yoga videos. If you don't like to take life too seriously, my motto is, I don't know what I'm doing, but I do it anyways. So if you're like me, let's have fun. But before we begin, I have a philosophical yoga quote for you. And this one is said by my favorite yoga teacher, one of my favorite yoga teachers, Erin Evans. And I'm not sure if she's the one that came up with this or if she got this quote from elsewhere, but it is a good and valid quote that I need to remind myself of every day. And that is, the question is not what is holding us back from being more accomplished and more productive, but the question is, what is holding us back from being more whole, loving, integrated people? So ask yourself that question. And with that being said, we're gonna work ourselves up to Pincha Mayurasana. Let's get started. So first, we're gonna start by lying on our backs, okay? Plain and simple. We're going to glue our sacrum and our lower back into the earth, plant our hands, and maybe take a yoga block if you have one. If you don't have a yoga block, you don't necessarily need a yoga block, okay? You just gotta work with what you got. If you got no yoga block or no band, then just work with your legs and just try to imagine, use your imagination and pretend like there's a yoga block between your legs. But for now, if you've got a band, we're going to try to push against the band by spreading the legs. And if you don't have a band, we're gonna take a block, and we're going to place it in between our legs a long ways. That's what she said. And we're going to try and close our legs in towards the block. We're going to close our legs because of yo stanky ass pussy mama. All right. And then slowly start to peel, squeezing that block, slowly start to peel your hips up into the sky. You're also engaging your core. You're squeezing your glutes. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to bring yourself back down, one vertebrae at a time. That's one. We're gonna do 5 of these. Inhale, lifting the hips up. That's 2. Exhale, inhale, lift them up again. That's 3. Exhale. Inhale, lift them up again. That's 4. Exhale, bringing it back down. Last time, inhale, lift up. Maybe lift your arms, your hands above your head. And exhale, bringing it back down. Take that block away, windshield wiper the legs side to side. Maybe butterfly the legs out. Supta Baddha Konasana. Say that 10 times fast. Supta Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. All right, and then start to take your legs out long in front of you, as well as your arms out long above you. And then we're going to, again, glue the lower back down into the ground. Lift the chin up a little bit, lift the feet up. We're going to hollow our body out a bit, kind of like a very low boat pose. And we're gonna hold here for 5 breaths. Smile. And release. Oh, thank God that's over. All right, start to rock your body up into a seat. Warm up our wrists. I always like to warm up my wrists no matter what sort of yoga flow I do, because you never know when you're gonna need these bad boys. Let's go into cat-cows and warm our wrists up that way a little bit. Inhale, drop the belly, looking up, shining that tailbone. And then exhale, taking it back down. Navel draws towards the spine, tucking the tailbone and chin. All right, one more core exercise here, okay? We're going to take one of our hands up above our heads and the opposite foot back and up, okay? Kind of like this. You see where I'm going with this? We're gonna inhale, reach forward, leg is reaching behind, maybe point the toe a bit, and then we're gonna exhale, curl in so that the elbow touches the knee. Inhale, take it straight, reaching forward again. We're going to tuck, remember to keep those lower ribs tucked. And then exhale, contract. This is kind of like cat-cows, but definitely more aggro. One more time, reaching forward, and then exhale, curl it in. All right, other side. Reaching forward with the opposite hand and opposite foot, pointing, making sure that your back is level with the ground, and then exhale, curling in. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, forward and exhale, curl it in. Last time. Do I do the same amount on each side? I don't know. We'll look back at the video. Now curl the toes underneath you and take yourself back into Down syndrome dog. Maybe pedal out the heels, take your dog for a little mosey. Remember to keep the back straight. You're distributing weight into your fingertips and to the palms of your hands, not into your wrists. And remember, allow yourself to bend in the knees if you can't keep your legs straight fully. Okay? Eventually you'll get there. And we're hollowing the belly whenever we're in this position. Breathing here for 2 more breaths. Looking between the legs. Peekaboo. And then we're going to ripple ourselves forward into a high plank. A little quick vinyasa flow here. Looking forward, bending the elbows in, and then upward facing dog. Up dog, what's up dog? Not much, you. And then take it back into Down syndrome dog. All right, lifting one of your legs for a 3-legged dog. And just think about owning a 3-legged dog right now. How cute would that be? Doesn't that just pull at your heartstrings? Now curl yourself in. Your knee is going to kiss one of your wrists. Mwah. Then the other wrists. Mwah. Then your elbow. Mwah. Then your other elbow. Mwah. Then you're gonna kiss your nose. Curl in, tiger curl, like you're fucking Rocky Balboa. And then exhale, plant it between the wrists. Quick crescent lunge. Give a little clap at the top and coming back down. High plank to lower. Quick vinyasa. And downward facing dog. Down syndrome dog. Inhale, lift the other leg up for that three-legged dog, that poor little three-legged dog. And then sweep it forward to kiss one of your wrists. Mwah. The other wrist. Mwah. The other elbow. Mwah. The next elbow. Mwah. And then curling it in to kiss the nose. Oh, contracting until you're almost cramping. Rocky. Rising up. Step it forward. Back on the streets. Crescent lunge. And then take it back down. Vinyasa flow. And exhale. Down syndrome dog. All right, from here, we're going to ripple ourselves forward into a plank. Give a quick touch of the elbows while trying to keep your body level and not rocking too much from side to side. And then drop yourself down onto your forearms, planting your forearms. And then we're going to walk our hips up into this dolphin pose. Here we are. Now, from dolphin pose, look forward and start to rock your shoulders above your wrists and back. And above your wrists and back. Above your wrists and back. Above your wrists and back. One more time. Above your wrists and back. Whew. And then take yourself onto your knees and stretch yourself for a puppy pose. This is puppy pose. It's like downward facing dog, but a mini version. You're keeping the tops of your feet planted, anchoring through the knees. Your tail is lifting up towards the sky. You're melting your heart as far down to the ground as possible. You can have your forehead on the ground if you'd like, or if it's in your practice, chin to the ground, and just holding it here for 3 breaths. And then maybe take a block, hold it, go back into that puppy pose and start to lift the block above your head while keeping your elbows straight above your shoulders. 1, 2, we're doing 5 by the way. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, quick Sphinx pose. Maybe take your wrists back, draw them down your back. Shoulder blades are drawing back down your back. Lifting your chest up. And then take your feet up for a quick locust pose. Take it back down. Let's do a quick puppy pose again. Although this time, we're going to open the shoulders up a bit. We're mobilizing the shoulders here. So we're taking the blocks underneath our elbows, bending the knees. Knees are planted. Take your hands into a prayer position and then start to, again, melt your heart towards the earth. You can have your hands behind your head. And back into a quick Sphinx pose. Ooh, you feel that? Rebound a bit. Quick child's pose here. Pushing the floor away with your fingers. Surely, by this time, we'll be ready for Pincha Mayurasana. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna revisit that dang dolphin pose. Fuck you, dolphin! And we're gonna slowly start to walk our feet in towards ourselves, kind of hollowing the belly, and then you can start to lift one leg up at a time. Once you finally get to Pincha Mayurasana, I'll Pinchayurasana. Nice. If you can't get there, just keep lifting one leg up at a time in dolphin pose. All right, I'm done. Let's go back into tabletop position. Reach with your right hand up towards the sky, and then thread it through your left hand for a nice little stretch. Putting your weight into that right shoulder a little bit. And then, same thing on the other side. There you go. Thanks for joining. I hope you have a peaceful and blissful